Welcome to today's lecture on Stekly and equal area criteria. This chapter will cover various aspects of cryostability, important equations, and the fundamental criteria for analyzing superconductors. Today's lecture will be structured around three main topics: cryostability, important equations, and the Stekly and equal area criteria. Each of these sections will build on our understanding of how superconductors function and the conditions necessary for their stable operation. Before we delve into the criteria, it's essential to understand the variables involved. Here are the key variables and their descriptions. If you get confused by the physical variables during the lecture, you can refer to this nomenclature slide. Let's assume an ideal superconductor with an infinite index value, for simplicity. The total joule dissipation in a superconductor, which is temperature dependent, plays a critical role in determining its stability. Here, we assume the critical current changes linearly with the temperature and derive the total joule dissipation at each temperature range. Moving on to the Stekly criterion, this concept is based on the balance between joule dissipation and convective cooling. The criterion defines the conditions under which a superconductor can remain stable or become fully normal. The Stekly criterion ensures that the heat generated does not exceed the cooling capacity, thereby maintaining cryostability. In discussing the Stekly criterion further, it's important to note that joule dissipation must be less than or equal to the minimum film boiling heat flux. This relationship helps us determine the maximum allowable heat generation for stable operation. We can visualize this criterion with a temperature-dependent boiling heat transfer model. The equal area criterion is a variation of the Stekly criterion, introducing the thermal conduction term, which allows for local temperature rises. This criterion is less conservative and allows the temperature of a superconductor to rise until the temperature which makes the area of the striped regions the same. To summarize, we discussed the balance between joule dissipation and convective cooling in maintaining cryostability, and how the equal area criterion provides a more comprehensive understanding by incorporating thermal conduction effects. Understanding these criteria is essential for designing and operating superconducting magnets effectively.